Set. And then off over a mile. In the Frank Conroy Irish EBF 1 mile maiden. Tower of London on the outside of Commander Sayre, going up in between them, both Magnetar and Fleetfoot. Opening up a 3-length advantage over Golden Temple and Atlantic Charter. 6.5 furlongs to go as they continue into the back straight. And it's Commander Sayre from Fleetfoot, followed by Tower of London. On the outside in the orange and blue is Magnetar, followed by Golden Temple, and last of the sextet is Atlantic Charter. Heading towards the 5 furlong point, the leader is Commander Sayre and Jamie Powell by a couple of lengths to Fleetfoot and Kevin Manning in second place. Disputing third, Magnetar, Shane Cross on the outside of Golden Temple, and Colin Keane. Tower of London is knocked back to be last but one under Ryan Moore, with bringing up the rear Atlantic Charter and Gavin Ryan. 4 furlongs to go as they pass the halfway stage in the Frank Conroy Irish EBF 2-year-old maiden over a mile. It's Commander Sayre gathered in by Fleetfoot. On the outside making a move is Magnetar, followed by Golden Temple, Tower of London, and lastly Atlantic Charter. Racing inside the final 3 furlongs, turning for home, and it's Commander Sayre rejoined by Fleetfoot. A length to in third place, it was Magnetar, then Tower of London brought to the outside of Golden Temple, and ridden along in last place is Atlantic Charter. Fleetfoot takes over from in the centre, Magnetar on the outside, beginning a run as Tower of London, weakening under pressure as Commander Sayre, and then Golden Temple. Not much between 3. On the outside it's Tower of London who's mowed down Fleetfoot, and in between the Magnetar, and it's Tower of London clearly ready to go on debut, despite wandering over towards the near side. Fleetfoot second, Magnetar in third.
It's been a good night's work here at Leopardstown for trainer Aidan O'Brien. Aidan, we've just seen obviously a really promising sort winning there on debut, but wanted to start off with Never Ending Story. You took the Silver Flash earlier on. How pleased were you by what you saw there?
Yeah, delighted, Gary. She learned a lot today. She was we rode her forward the last day. So we decided to drop her in today. She was a little bit keen, so she would have learned plenty. Ryan got her relaxed, and then he nursed her at the end. But you'd have to be very happy with her.
I presume it'll be the usual progression from here, will it? The debutante and the Michael?
I think so. That was the plan, absolutely. The plan was to teach her today and go from here, like what you said, on to the Curragh for the next 2. So that's what we were hoping to do.
And what you've seen from her so far, do you think she compares well to some of the others that you've gone that way with?
Yeah, she's lovely, Gary. She's lost speed, which is good. I think she started over 6, so that's usually the good sign of a filly with a pedigree like hers.
Tower of London, as I say, Aidan made a winning debut there. Just signs of greenness laid on, but overall pleased to win with him first time.
Yeah, no, delighted. He's a horse showing loads of class at home. We were very happy with that. We were going to ride him forward, and I think then Foreman jumped to go, and Ryan pulled back and taught him. He dropped in and quickened up very well, and obviously when he got there he was very green. He didn't know where he was, and he went drifted to the right, but he's probably a very classy colt.
What's your inclination for the next step for him, or is it too early to say?
Yeah, you'd say looking at him, he's a Birchford horse, could be a Racing Post trophy horse. He also could be a futurity horse. He was working, like his work was short at home, and he was showing loads in them, and I suppose we'll get close to the futurity and see what's there, but I wouldn't think he's short of speed, but obviously on pedigree he's bred to be a middle distance horse, but looks very classy.
And Aidan, any number of big races coming up in the next week, 10 days or so. The King George obviously at Ascot on Saturday. Broom's preparation gone well?
Yes, everything has went well. The plan was always to start him in the Curragh, go from the Curragh to the Hardwick, and go from the Hardwick to the King George, and everything has went smooth since. No, looking forward to seeing him run.
Understandably, a lot of the talk has been about the 3-year-olds in the build-up, but do you feel your fella's capable of maybe denting a few reputations?
He's a big hardy horse now, Gary. He's a race-hardened horse, very straightforward, very brave. No, we're looking forward to the race and looking forward to seeing him run.
Should be a great race, no doubt. And next week, obviously, we've got Goodwood and Galway as well. I presume it's going to be a very busy time for you, is it?
Yeah, we'll have obviously a few in the 2-year-old races in Galway, and then Goodwood, obviously, we have the horse in the 2-mile race, and Order of Australia in the Sussex, and the filly that was in America might come back for the fillies race, the Nassau. So yeah, I think probably won't be too busy, but hopefully we'll have runners.
It's a quick enough turnaround, I know, for Order of Australia, but is he the type of hardy horse that'll be no problem?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he's very hardy. love it behind nice ground, which he didn't get last year when he went to Goodwood last year. I think the ground got soft, and like he's a real good ground horse, but seems to have come out of Curra well. Killian rides him every day and he's very happy with him, so looking forward to seeing him run too.
And just a word on Kipri outside, do you think we might see an even better horse than the one who won the Gold Cup at Ascot?
Yeah, he's obviously never ran any further than 1.6 before Ascot, so we weren't really sure, but won nicely. We're very happy with him. He's like we always thought, coming back and trip wouldn't be any problem to him. Obviously, Goodwood is an unusual type of track, but he is a well-balanced, relaxed horse usually, and Patrick rides him every day, and Wayne rides him in all his work. Seamus rode him the last day, but everyone seems very happy with him. Matt and Edmund, everything seems good with him, Gary, since the last. Everything has went well.
And Aidan, just finally, I better ask you about Waterville, who runs later on tonight. Won well upped in distance last time. He's coming back down tonight. Do you think that'll trouble him at all?
I'm not sure. We thought the world of him before he ran. Obviously, he didn't get it together. He didn't win any of his. His maidens, and then he didn't win until he went to Limerick for a handicap and won very well over 2 miles. Looking like he's a horse that loves going the trip, but we think he's maturing all the time, and we thought this is a lovely race for him. It's a rated race that he could win, and his handicap mark mightn't even move. So I'm looking forward to seeing him run tonight. Like I say, worked very classy through the whole winter, and probably mentally he was probably immature, and we think he's getting it together, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing him run. Good night's work though so far, Aidan. Thanks very much for joining us.
Pleasure, Gary.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
Aidan.
Thanks.